Let your gentle spirit be known to all men. The Lord is near. Let your gentle spirit be known to all men. The Lord is near. And so what flows naturally from a joyful heart before God is gentleness before men. What flows naturally from a joyful heart before God is gentleness before men. That word gentleness, epiekes, that word is defined as, it's amazing. This word is defined as not insisting on every right of letter of law or custom. Not insisting on what is yours, what you can grab hold of, but it means to be yielding. It means to be gentle. It means to be kind, courteous. It means to be tolerant. That word, that gentleness really is a dynamic, and it is full of these words, that the multi-sidedness of gentleness. But there is a yielding in your posture. When you think about gentleness, there is a yielding in your posture toward others. There is a disposition that is kind and one that is flexible toward other people. Gentleness is a product of grace received. That's how you can be gentle. It is through union with Christ that we can be gentle. Those who haven't received grace or aren't walking in it, they rarely bear the marks of one who feels obligated to show mercy, to be merciful to others, not because they feel forced, but because they delight in it. They delight in mercy, and they delight and desire to show what Christ has shown them. You feel the obligation to be merciful. This is good. This is right. You don't want to act in any other way. This is the way Christ has demonstrated his love toward you. He's been merciful, and you want to demonstrate that to other people. Those who are unmerciful, whether to themselves or others, they are inflexible people. They are inflexible. They are intolerable. They are unkind. They are brittle. They are stiff. And they show little regard for the well-being of other people. And being unmerciful, little regard for other people. Inflexible. In fact, you cannot be a pastor if you are not gentle. 1 Timothy 3, 2-3, he says, an overseer then must be above reproach, the husband of one wife, temperate, prudent, respectable, hospitable, able to teach, not addicted to wine or pugnacious, but gentle and peaceable. You must be gentle and peaceable. So men, if you are routinely inflexible, intolerable, and unkind, and you lack mercy, being a shepherd of others is not for you, and is not something God has called you to, if you are not gentle and peaceable. But not only is gentleness a qualification for me, it's a qualification for you in the church and in the world. Titus 3, 1-2, this is what Paul says to Titus: remind them to be subject to rulers. Writing this message to us, remind them to be subject to rulers, to authorities, to be obedient, to be ready for every good deed, to malign no one. And then he adds, to be peaceable, to be gentle, showing consideration. That's language of gentleness. Showing consideration for all men. What does consideration require? It requires putting others before yourself. And it's referring not only to Christians, but the text says to all men. To all men. And that can be difficult, to be gentle to all men and men who are hostile in this world, can it not? It can be difficult to be gentle to hostile people. And that is the context of this imperative. It's difficulty. There's hostility. And knowing that difficulty, he reminds them that the Lord is coming. He reminds them that the Lord is near. Right? Isn't that the encouragement we need to be reminded of, that the Lord is near? The fact that Christ is coming back, it shouldn't cause us to lose control. When I tell you the Lord is near, it shouldn't cause you to lose control, right? It shouldn't cause you to lack gentleness toward others, but it should encourage gentleness. That's why he writes it. It encourages gentleness here. And it causes us to maintain gentleness toward others and even increasing in gentleness. Isn't that interesting? It's like he wants to prepare us for something that is coming. And I came up with, I think is a true analogy, but it's a lame analogy. But you know the Christmas season? You know, you're waiting for the Christmas season. And how long in advance do you prepare for the 25th, the Christmas day? How in advance? Some of you way too in advance. But it can be really in advance. But look at what we do for holidays and how we prepare ourselves. I mean, the world pretty much changes into a different person around Christmas holiday or other holidays. There's more demonstrations of kindness and things like that. But brothers and sisters, we are waiting for Christ to come back. And this should arouse in us the need, the necessity, the obligation to engage in good works and to engage in acts of kindness, to be gentle to other people, not to lose control. The Lord is near, and he's going to greet us when he comes back. It's the imminent return of Christ, and he's going to deliver us into a blissful existence of a renewed and heavenized earth with him and his people for all eternity. The Lord is near. Be gentle to all people. That should cause us to be overly joyful. That should cause us to be full of mercy and growing in the expression of each of those. It should cause us to grow. And what we should be doing right now for the coming of Christ is we should be preparing for that.